Now tell me how you love it. You know you at the top when only heaven's right above it. We on. It's Young Money, motherfucker. If you ain't running with it, run from us, motherfucker. Alright. Now somebody show some money in this bitch. And I got my beans with me like some honey in this bitch. What you dig? I got my gun in my boot purse. And I don't bust back because I shoot first. Now tell me how you Now tell me how it's never said. Beautiful black woman, I bet that bitch look better red. And light skin is the right skin. So how about you, and your white friend? Honestly, dark skinned girls are truly ugly. You see it every day. Not even trying to hate on the sisters, but dark skinned girls usually end up looking like Kunta Kinte. Greetings, gentlemen. I greet you here on the banks of the James River in our year 1712. First, I shall thank you, the gentlemen of the colony of Virginia, for bringing me here. I am here to help solve some of your problems with slaves. Your invitation reached me on my modest plantation in the West Indies, where I have experimented with some of the newest and yet oldest form for control of slaves. Gentlemen, you know what your problems are. I'm not here to elaborate. I am not here to enumerate. I am here to help you solve and introduce to you a new method for them. In my bag here, I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves. I guarantee every one of you that if installed correctly, it will control the slaves for at least 300 years. My method is simple. I have outlined a number of differences amongst the slaves, and I take these differences and I make them bigger. And I use fear, distrust, envy for control purposes. On top of my list is age, but that only being that it starts with the A. The next is shade or color. There's intelligence, size, sex, size of plantation, status on plantation, attitude of owners, whether the slaves live in the hills or the valleys, in the east, west, north, or south, whether they have coarse hair or straight hair, whether they are tall or short. Now that you have this list of differences, I am here to introduce a plan of action. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is greater than trust, and that envy stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. The black slaves, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and become self-refueling and self-regenerating for at least hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. Don't forget, you must pitch the old black slaves against the young slaves, and you must pitch the dark skins against the light skins, and you must pitch the males against the females. Gentlemen, these kits are your tools to success. Use them. And if used intensively for merely 1 year, I guarantee the slaves will remain perpetually distrustful. Thank you, gentlemen. Willie Lynch, Control of Slaves speech, 1712. Right above it, Drake, featuring Lil Wayne, 2010. Ignorant white girl and black girl, Twitter, 2014. You're pretty for a dark-skinned girl, 2014. Colorism Healing with Tom Burrell, 2016. Team Light Skin, 2016. Hey, yo, ma, you pretty for a dark-skinned girl, he said. The annoyance must have showed all over my face because it was sure boiling inside. From my dark blood to my even darker heart, I was special because I was pretty, but not because I was dark-skinned. From the glorious land of Africa, my color was a curse. Who wants to dance this dance? I was torn down before I was even born. My color and imperfection before I even knew it was, they told me to bleach my skin, to stay out of the sun, do whatever was necessary, to appear just a few shades lighter, a few shades whiter, a few shades brighter, as if being black wasn't a problem enough. Now I gotta be a specific kind of black. Being dark-skinned was a bad hair day I just couldn't tame. And Lord, don't get me started with black hair. Weave it up, braid it down, wear it pin straight as naturally as you could get it. Do whatever you can, just don't be loud about it. Your black skin is already a distraction. I'm tired of this dance. See, we lost a white master only to gain a new one. The further we are from the European standard, the lower we find ourselves on the beauty scale. We are better if we are lighter. Most of us don't want to be reminded of our ancestors or where we come from. Many of us boast of having a little Irish, Italian, or Indian. Any additional blood in our lineage boosts our value. We find ourselves using a sliding scale, somewhere between black and white, where whiter is always better. For most of our history in the New World, we openly conveyed light skin and straight hair. Today, the pinnacles of black female beauty appear almost white looking. My beautiful dark chocolate skin, it clothes me, it embraces me, it is who I am. Look at me and be illuminated by the brilliance of my eyes. Behold the embodiment of utter beauty and intelligence, the epitome of creativity and diligence, all of this locked within this supple black body. My dark skin complicates things far beyond my imagination. You're worth a little more if you're golden. Yellow enough to remind them of precious metals, black enough to be a nigga, white enough to be a good one. People have always been afraid of the dark, but are quick to bathe in the sun. Even black men want women brighter than their mothers, lighter than their sisters, whiter than their daughters. Like there's no place for women obscured in deeper tones, like they've always been placed below us. Society has only given them second glances. They're condemned to the dark. Black might be beautiful, but light skin is the right skin. It doesn't occur to them that some of the most precious metals are obsidian, opal, onyx. It's the deepest shades that paint the brightest portraits.